Hello, my name is Peter and today I will share with you 7 secrets about how you can improve your English fast by picking up a book and doing something special with it. It's much easier and more fun than you think. And there are in fact many benefits of reading you will be surprised to discover. It will expand your vocabulary, make you a better and more confident public speaker, as well as improve your presentation skills. When you want to build a house, you cannot get everything done at the same time. You have to build some temporary structures which will maintain the house standing up and help you work on the higher parts. These additional temporary structures are called scaffolding. Scaffolding is also a method of learning, and it applies perfectly to reading, and specifically reading books to improve your English faster. To learn a skill well, in this case English, you need to add smaller components to build the whole structure of the English language. You need to start smaller, slower and easier, and then gradually walk up the stairs. These secrets I'm about to reveal to you will show exactly how you can improve your reading, presentation skills and English enunciation, which is clear pronunciation. Or even boost your confidence or any other English language skill fast. Therefore, let's jump right into these 7 secrets. Always make special time and place to read. By and large, reading can be done anywhere, anytime. On a bus, during breakfast or in bed before sleep. But if you want to improve your English fast and more efficiently, you need to concentrate. You need to make it a process of studying. You need to make a special time and place for it and ensure that nobody disturbs you during that process. It could be a comfortable place in your room, in an armchair, or at your desk before sleep. This is important because if you do it at the same time and place every day, this process will develop into a habit. And it will become much easier and fun to do. Like brushing teeth. Oh yes, I love brushing teeth, especially on the camera in the library at 3 p.m. It works because the time and place you choose will evolve into a ritual. It will associate in your brain with reading, and it will be much easier to focus during that process, and much less difficult to stick to. You should aim to spend at least 30 minutes every day on the exercises I'm about to reveal to you. And this is the essential part. Practice every day. But decide for yourself how much time you are ready to invest every single day. You could start with 10 minutes every day and increase it gradually and at your own rate. Try to aim low, but do it consistently. I will also highly advise you to turn all your devices off and put them into a drawer. It might not seem very useful at first, but this part is actually very helpful. Exaggerate. Become an actor. This technique will drastically improve your enunciation, which is clear pronunciation. It will even make you a more confident public speaker and improve your presentation skills. And it all can be done by picking up a book and reading it out loud with exaggeration and adding emotions and gestures while reading. This beautiful technique can be very useful for native English speakers too. It builds that clarity in your speech. Try to exaggerate as artistically as possible and enunciate every sound, every letter, as distinctly and clearly as you can. Become an actor. Try to embody the idea or character in the book. Let me show you how to do it properly. Will you do it? I didn't know if I would or not, but I recognized her signs of growing agitation from my own not so distant past. Change your intonation. Intonation is the up and down movements of your voice. And in English, these movements are everywhere. Therefore, practice them until they become a part of your speech. When there is a yes or no question in your book or in your speaking, you should raise your voice at the end of the question. Try to exaggerate this intonation when you read a yes or no question in a book. Wow, do you actually like singing? You will start to enjoy reading out loud if you make a game out of it. Set a goal to sound as characteristic and charismatic as you possibly can, and you will start loving this process. A bonus tip for you will be to record your own reading, your own voice, and listen to it afterwards. Your goal here is to find mistakes and flaws in your speech while you are reading or speaking and try to correct them next time you speak or read out loud. For many people, listening to their own voice may be very awkward and unpleasant at first. At least it was this way for me. But I promise you, it will even boost your self-confidence if you try to leave your comfort zone. Just do it despite the fear, despite the feeling that there is something wrong with your voice. There is nothing wrong with it. I'm sure your voice is beautiful and gorgeous. Just confront your insecurities and fears. Look them in the eye. Exaggerating may sound ridiculous, I understand. But after some time of focusing on enunciation, which is pronunciation clearly and distinctly, focusing on every L, every S, every E, it will dramatically improve your pronunciation and the ability of others to understand you. The next tip will be to read the books you are truly interested in, no matter what genre they might be. If you dislike science fiction, it's a great idea not to read about aliens or spacecrafts. When you are choosing what to read, it is essential to follow your heart. Pick up the books you would truly enjoy and keep reading, not quitting. And you should keep in mind that the text you are reading should be slightly above your reading level, because you want to challenge yourself just enough to keep learning new words and phrases, but not enough to get upset because of the huge amount of unknown words on every single page. A rule of thumb would be to read books where you encounter from 1 to about 10 new words on every single page. But if there are 15 or 20 or more new words on every page, you should leave this book for later and pick up another one, which would be easier for you, with fewer new words on every page. So read the books that you truly love reading and that are marginally above your reading level, and you will become successful fast. Now we will talk about how you can improve the fluency of your reading. Peter loves pancakes, but he doesn't want to get fat. As you can see, it's very difficult to read if you are stopping after each word you read. Therefore, it's very important, it's crucial to develop fluency in your reading. Fluency is basically how smooth your language sounds. It should flow naturally, like a speech of a native speaker. It should be Peter loves pancakes, not Peter loves pancakes. When you improve the fluency of your reading, your English speaking also becomes much more fluent, and you begin to sound more like a native English speaker. You sound more natural, and it will ultimately make your reading more enjoyable and fun. I promise. You can drastically improve the fluency of your reading just by choosing easier texts and reading them as fast as you can, for let's say 5 minutes every day. I will show you how to do it. I like sunshine, I like snow, I like brown leaves when they blow, I like cookies, I like cake, I like waffles when I wake. Most of the words we read are in fact sight words. Sight words are basically the words which you know by sight. You never stop and think about, how should I read them? Almost any English word can become a sight word after you have read it a gazillion number of times. I mean, not gazillion, but rather many times. And there is a great exercise to practice these sight words by going through a list like this one and reading it as fast as you possibly can. I will leave a link to this list in the description of this video. Doing this exercise just for a few minutes every day will come in very handy for your English fluency. So first, improve your fluency by reading simpler texts as fast as you can. And second, practice sight words just for a few minutes every day and you shall own a stronger English. Highlight new words. Reading is by far the fastest and most efficient way to expand your vocabulary. But in order for it to work, you need to do it diligently and properly. Vocabulary is in fact so important, so necessary, so indispensable. Don't underestimate it. Alright, let's say I'm a new English learner. I pick up a book, I open it and I read. There was a doggy. There was a doggy. A new word. I've never encountered the word doggy before. I wanna stop, highlight the word doggy, check out the meaning of it on a dictionary or on the internet, like I usually do on Google or Cambridge Dictionary, which is incredible. Then I would write the word doggy in my notebook and the definition of this word next to it. Then for the strongest memorization, I like to draw a short, quick and fancy doodle next to the definition of the word doggy, in this case doggy. Basically just like this one. The doodle doesn't have to be fancy at all. In fact, it could be anything. Even a simple rectangle. Basically, the idea is that when you create a strong visual association with a new word you're trying to memorize, it sticks to your memory the best. You don't have to follow the last step with every single new word that you encounter in a book, but do it at least with one word every day. You can see on Google how relevant and popular every new word you encounter is. Simply write the new word and add the word meaning to it and press search. Here you can see how common the word doggy has been throughout the history of the English language. And I find it mind-boggling and fascinating that we are able to see such extraordinary information almost at the blink of an eye. Like I mentioned before, if you are encountering 10 or 15 or 20 or even more new words on every single page of your book, you should probably pick up another one which will be more appropriate for your English level. And you will stumble upon about 5 words on average on every page. That's basically my rule of thumb. The tip number 6 is pay attention to word endings. This is an incredibly important aspect of your speech, of your speaking, to pronounce word endings clearly and distinctly. It will make your English sound more understandable, confident, and you will sound more like a native English speaker. Many English as a second language learners drop word endings, and it can make their listeners uncertain about what they mean, what they're trying to deliver. Therefore, next time you read out loud, try to pay close attention to word endings and pronouncing them clearly and distinctly and emphasizing them, especially S in plural nouns and ED in past tense verbs, such as cats, dogs, raccoons, animals, or wanted, studied, played. Try to stress those word endings in the text you are reading out loud, like the kittens wanted to get married. And don't forget to test your speech by recording it and listening to it afterwards, like I mentioned before in this presentation. We have finally come to the recapitulation of what we have learned today. Let's repeat what we have learned. Use the method of scaffolding to build your English, which is creating structures that will help build the whole body of your English. Always make special time and place to practice reading. It could be the desk in your room, or perhaps an armchair where you could sit and focus on the process of reading. And don't forget to turn all of your devices off. It's crucial. Make the process of reading a ritual, a habit, so it becomes like brushing your teeth before sleep. Or perhaps 10 times better than brushing your teeth, because you will truly enjoy what you are reading. That's exactly why it will be 10 times better. And when you are left alone in your room and no one can hear you, try to exaggerate. Try to become an actor. Try to embody the character or the idea in the book. Remember to read books that are slightly, marginally above your reading level. So you encounter about 5 new words on every single page of your book. Try to move your intonation up and down and enunciate every single sound and word as clearly as you can and charismatically. Improve the fluency of your reading, because it will improve your fluency of speaking too and make reading more fun and efficient. You won't stop after every single word like Peter loves pancakes and our dear sight words. Practice them and try to read easier texts as fast as you can to develop this smoothness of your reading. And of course, highlight new words to improve your vocabulary. And write at least 1 new word every day in your notebook, like this one, doggy, and add a small doodle next to it, a small quick doodle. It could be even a rectangle. And of course, word endings. Pay attention to word endings, especially as an ED. Try not to drop them. Always pronounce them clearly and distinctly. Practice doing it when you're reading out loud, especially when you're exaggerating. Yes. So that's that for this video. Thank you for watching until the end. Dear guys and girls, tell me in the comments section below which technique you're gonna practice first. Perhaps you will try the exaggeration technique, or maybe you will start writing new words in your notebook. I would love to hear which method you liked the most. And let me know which topic you think I should cover next. You should also consider following me on Instagram, where I post daily. Thus, don't miss out on such opportunity. Lastly, I have a mission for you, a very earnest one, a very serious one. You need to go downstairs and press the thumbs up button if you like the video, or thumbs down just for fun. Just press either of those and I will bake you a cake. A very delicious one. And of course, subscribe to English with Peter, because I post such informative educational videos regularly. And remember, stronger English, better results.